Man, do I like talking about President Biden for fun. There's no reason why I'm doing this at all. Dang it! Well, anyways, Joe Biden was born in the same location as where our favorite sitcom The Office takes place, Scranton, Pennsylvania. 1953 was when Biden was born into a family of 3, but you see, Joe was built different. He was the hero, destined to get the presidency he deserved. But like all heroes, Joe's life wasn't all ups. There were downs. Biden graduated from the University of Delaware. You know, the university where a bunch of kids like to party, then ask them if they partied in college. They say no. Wait, that's like every college. Shortly after Biden graduated, he went to law school and served in the New Castle County Council. That's a tongue twister. Unfortunately, Joe's wife Neela and daughter Naomi were killed in a car accident, and his son injured weeks after his Senate election. Biden was sworn into the US Senate beside his son's hospital bed, did everything possible to work while being close to family. Fast forward a few years, and Joe Biden marries another girl named Jill Jacobs in 1977, who was a professor, which is odd because Neela was a teacher too. So I guess Biden has a thing for teachers. In 1980, they had a daughter, Ashley Blazer Biden. You know, it looks like things were going good for Biden now. You know, he's got a new family. You know, what could actually go wrong? Son of a... Apparently nothing can ever go right in this world. Unfortunately, Joe's son, Beau, unfortunately died to brain cancer. This tragic death inspired Biden's mission to end cancer as we know it. I gotta say, I feel bad for this Biden man, but I'm handing it off to Abhishek, because, frankly, I care.
In my opinion, the primary reason that President Biden assumes the role of the hero when he replaces President Trump is with the addition of pets back in the White House. He brings with him 2 German Shepherds, Champ and Major, because who doesn't love dogs in the White House? Also, with the handling of COVID-19, President Biden has been very efficient through the increase in testing and, most importantly, vaccinations. We're already seeing a decrease in COVID cases in major states and cities such as California, where vaccination rates are high. Also, COVID cases should also decrease with the heat that comes with the summer. Hopefully President Biden is as good at getting rid of COVID as he is at eating ice cream, which he will be doing quite a lot over the summer. Maybe you'll see him at your local Dairy Queen. On a more serious note, President Biden has also begun to combat against racial inequality that exists in our country as a result of protests across the nation. He has condemned recent Asian American hate and violence that has occurred. Biden has established task forces, additional funding, as well as cross-agency initiatives to combat xenophobia against Asian Americans. On the other hand, Trump also promoted diversity in the White House as we became the first orange president in our history. Wow, Trump and diversity, 2 words I never thought I would say together. Hopefully, President Biden can finally lead our country in the right direction in the up and coming years.
Thanks, Abhishek, for that very unbiased take on President Biden's administration so far. Looking to the future, the Biden administration does have some things in store. Not like those nice suburban Target things in store, but a nice comforting neighborhood Walmart. Biden plans on, as mentioned earlier, diversifying her cabinet with 40% non-white nominees to reflect what America looks like, even making history for nominating the first Native American person to serve as cabinet secretary, Representative Deb Haaland. For comparison, President Trump's cabinet only had 20% of his cabinet identifying as non-white, and making history as the first president since Reagan to not have a Latino serve alongside him. He is definitely not invited to the carne asada. As Biden moves forward with his plan to vaccinate roughly 50 to 80% of our country to reach the herd immunity threshold, I figured we should play a short game of Fact or Facebook to determine whether the statement I make is true or from enlightened individuals on Facebook. Fact or Facebook. The government created the COVID-19 hoax to make people get vaccinated in order to track them. If you guessed Facebook, you are correct. Don't worry, John. The government doesn't care if you're trying to sneak off with your Secretary Grace. Fact or Facebook. The COVID-19 vaccine, depending on which you get, could be up to 95% effective in preventing infection from the virus. If you guessed fact, you are correct. For comparison, the seasonal flu vaccine was only 52% effective in 2020. That concludes our short segment of Fact or Facebook. So So please, those of you at home, go out there, get vaccinated, so next year I won't have to be stuck at home during my last years of youth speaking alone to a camera. The Biden administration is looking promising as we hope Biden fulfills the role of a hero we so desperately need. Let's just pray it goes smoother than Biden going up the Air Force One steps.